Hey guys, this is Abby, and this video is going to be all about hay. I get tons of questions about hay all the time, and so I thought I would just make a separate video about hay. A common question I see around is hay necessary? Can I go without it? Do I really need to buy it? And the answer to that is yes. Hay is the most important thing in a rabbit's diet. Really, if you're unable to feed hay, then you really just shouldn't get a rabbit. Rabbits need the fiber in hay. Luckily, there are quite a few options for hay. A lot of people also say that their rabbit doesn't really like hay. A few tips for that would be make sure you're feeding the right amount of pellets. Rabbits should get 1/8 cup of pellets per 3 pounds that the rabbit weighs per day. Also, putting hay in multiple places around the cage helps if your rabbit cage is kind of bigger. And if your rabbit doesn't like one type of hay, maybe try a different type of hay or cuts, which is what I'm going to talk about now. So for rabbits under 8 or 7 months or so, feeding alfalfa hay or a mix of alfalfa hay is recommended for the protein. If your rabbit's over that age, then you shouldn't feed alfalfa hay because of the amount of protein that is in it, and adult rabbits do not need that. You can still feed a tiny bit as a treat if you wanted. It's not going to hurt them if they have a little bit, but as a solid hay source, alfalfa hay is not for adult rabbits. So hays you can feed, most popular is probably Timothy hay. Timothy hay is what I have here and is generally recognized by its seed heads. My rabbits love Timothy hay the best, and that's why I feed it. It's very high in fiber and most rabbits do like it. Another popular hay is orchard grass. A lot of the times, hay from farms is a mix of like Timothy and orchard grass and other stuff as well. There's also oat hay, meadow hay, and Burma hay, or I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that. Any hay that's a mix of those 5 hays is safe and good. Now within hay there are different types of hay. First cut, second cut, and third cut. First cut is kind of the most common you'll see in pet stores, like the stuff in bags like oxbow sells. It's really mostly stocky stuff. Some rabbits enjoy the hard crunchy stuff, some don't. It does have the highest amount of fiber, which is nice, but my rabbits won't eat the stocky stuff as much as the leafy stuff. What I buy is second cut. It's a nice mixture of soft leafy stuff with a few stems and Timothy heads mixed in. My rabbits love this hay, and second cut just works the best for me. There's also third cut, which is even more leafy than this. I've seen it's usually more expensive. And now where to buy hay. The cheapest place you're gonna find hay is from a farm. Not everybody has access to farms though if you live in a city or just there's none around you. Sometimes farm stores will have a type of bale there, maybe local, maybe not. Those would probably be the cheapest options if you can find high quality hay. Next option would probably be online. I buy my hay online from Small Pet Select, and it comes in this big 60-pound box. Besides Small Pet Select, Oxbow also sells hay in bulk. There's also another site called KMS Hayloft, and those 3 companies have had the best prices that I have seen. And lastly, you could buy hay in pet stores, but I really don't recommend this, really just because it's gonna be so expensive. Another thing I don't like about pet store hays, when they're in the bags, they usually make it smaller pieces so then they can stuff more in the bag. And when it's smaller, it's just so much harder to handle, and your rabbit wastes more if it's in a hay rack, and it's just a lot more annoying. Lastly, to store your hay, the best place would be in a darker type room where it's room temperature or cooler. I keep mine in my closet because it's cold and dark. In the cardboard box it comes in. You do not want to keep it in like an airtight container if it's gonna be there for a long time. Obviously this container is pretty much airtight, but the hay is only in here for 2 weeks or so till I fill it up with more hay from the big box, so it doesn't go bad in that amount of time. So yeah guys, that's it on this video of hay. Just remember that hay is very important for a rabbit. They need that fiber to live, so finding where to buy hay is very important. And anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll be seeing you in my next one. Bye!